The pharmaceutical industry is in a really strange spot right now. They're betting big, really big, on artificial intelligence. But get this, most of those bets, they're not paying off. So today, we're going to dig into the real reason why that's happening and how to fix it by focusing on the one thing that matters most: leadership.
Okay, first up, let's just talk about the sheer scale of this. By 2025, we're talking about the pharma industry spending a cool $3 billion a year on AI. Wow. And this isn't just some passing trend, This is a complete rewiring of how the industry works, from the very beginning of drug discovery all the way to getting it on the shelf. But here's the crazy part. A whopping 70%, 70 of these super expensive, high-stakes AI projects are just failing. They're not hitting their goals. Just let that sink in for a second. We're talking billions of dollars being poured into a hole where failure is actually the most likely outcome. So what in the world is going on here?
And this is where things get really interesting. It's not like the leadership is asleep at the wheel. Nope. A huge majority, 85% of them, say AI is an immediate, top-tier priority. They know it's the future. They get it. The real problem is this massive gap between saying AI is important and actually knowing how to lead an AI-driven project to success.
And believe me, the stakes here are just enormous. Just look at what's possible. With AI, that grueling 10 to 15-year slog to develop a new drug, that could get squeezed down to just 3 to 6 years. Think about that, and success rates in early trials could basically double. We're talking going from maybe a 50-50 shot to almost a sure thing. This isn't just about saving a bit of time or money. This is a flat-out revolution in getting life-saving medicine to people who need it faster than ever before.
Okay, so let's pull all this together. We've got billions in investment, everyone agrees it's strategically vital, and the potential is, well, it's revolutionary. And yet, the failure rate is through the roof. So what gives? What's the real reason for all this? Well, I'll tell you this, it's probably not what you're thinking, and it has surprisingly little to do with the tech itself.
And here it is, the smoking gun. A huge 75% of pharma organizations all point their finger at the exact same problem, a lack of AI literacy in the C-suite. Yeah, that's right, the top execs. So the number one thing holding them back isn't bad code or slow computers. It's a knowledge gap at the very, very top of the company.
And this leadership gap? It leads to a pretty predictable pattern of failure in 5 distinct steps. First, the execs get wowed by some flashy sales pitch and greenlight projects with completely unrealistic goals. Second, they just don't get that good, clean data is everything in AI. It's the foundation. So they end up building these multi-million-dollar projects on, quicksand. Third, they do this classic thing of buying a solution before they've even figured out what the problem is. Fourth, they forget to bring different departments together. And AI absolutely needs that collaboration to work. And finally, because they don't really understand it, they can't explain how the AI works. This makes everyone else suspicious of this black box, and nobody wants to use it.
But here's the thing, and this is the really important part. This is a solvable problem. It's not a tech crisis, it's a competency crisis. And that means the fix is all about building new skills, specifically for those top leaders. So let's dive into a framework for how they can actually do that.
Okay, so what we're looking at here are the 6 core skills every leader in pharma needs to get a handle on. And let's be clear, this is not about turning your CEO into a coder or a data scientist. It's about having the strategic vision to know where AI can make the biggest splash, having just enough tech savvy to ask the tough questions, and, actually having the leadership chops to guide the whole company through this massive change.
But, and this is key, this isn't a one-size-fits-all kind of deal. Different roles in the C-suite need a different blend of these skills. Your CEO, for example, they need to be all about the big picture strategy and leading the change. But your CFO, they'd better be an expert on the financial side, on figuring out the ROI for these super complex projects. The whole trick is matching the right skills to the right leader.
All right, let's zoom in on one of these for a second. AI governance. Now that might sound kind of dry and complicated, but really it's just about setting up some guardrails. Think about it. In an industry as tightly regulated as pharma, you can't just let these powerful AI systems run wild. Governance is the rule book that makes sure your AI is safe, effective, and plays by the rules. It's what lets you innovate without, blowing things up.
Okay, so this all sounds great in theory, but what does it actually look like in the real world? Let's take a look at how some of the heavy hitters in pharma are actually doing this stuff and succeeding where so many others are failing.
This quote right here from Paul Hudson, the CEO of Sanofi, pretty much nails it. He's the perfect example of what this top-down, AI-literate leadership looks like. He's not just handing off the AI stuff to the IT department, no way. He is out front, publicly and strategically, leading the charge himself. That is the kind of commitment we're talking about. It has to come from the very top.
And when you start looking at the companies that are getting it right, like Sanofi, GSK, Johnson & Johnson, you start to see some really clear patterns. Their success is not an accident. It comes from having the CEO and the board visibly championing these projects. It comes from setting up those governance guardrails before you try to go big. It also means being smart, focusing on a few projects that can make a huge impact instead of trying to do everything at once. And crucially, they invest a ton in helping their people adapt to all this newfangled change.
Okay, I know this can all sound like a pretty tall order, but the good news is there's actually a clear path to get there. You don't just wake up one day with AI expertise. It's a journey, and it has to be a structured one. So let's walk through what a practical roadmap for that journey actually looks like. So any program that's going to work has to happen in phases. It all kicks off with a kind of foundational boot camp, just to get everyone on the same page, speaking the same language about AI. After that, you do deep dives that are tailored for each specific role. What the CEO needs to know is different from the CFO, right? Then it gets real. You start applying all that knowledge to actual strategic plans. And finally, you have to commit to never stop learning, because this field is moving at lightning speed.
You can actually see how this proficiency grows over time in really clear stages. The whole journey kicks off with those foundational skills. Once you've got those locked down, then leaders can start to build real strategic muscle. And finally, that's when they get the skills they need to truly transform the whole company, to really rewire it for an AI-first world.
So look, if you take away just one single thing from all of this, let it be this. The success of your multi-million-dollar AI project has way less to do with how fancy the algorithm is, and way more to do with how savvy the leaders are who are steering the ship. It's a leadership problem first and a tech problem second. Period.
The material we've been looking at today really sums it up perfectly. This isn't just about hitting next quarter's numbers. This is about who is going to be leading this entire industry for the next decade. The future of pharma really truly belongs to the leaders who take the time to build this new kind of AI literacy.
And really, that just leaves us with one final simple question. The choice couldn't be clearer, and the time to act is right now. So, for every single leader listening to this, the question is pretty straightforward. Will you be one of them?